most popular stethoscopes is the Sprague stethoscope. As you can see, it looks a little bit different from your standard stethoscope. So it has two tubes that go all the way down to the diaphragm, and the diaphragm is zinc alloy, so it's still got quite a bit of weight to it. Often the stainless steel heads are a little bit heavier than the zinc alloy, but this one, purely from the construction of it, is still got some weight in it. The beauty of having weight is that it holds the sound in, so you get much better acoustic quality when you have a heavier headpiece, which again, as I said, is usually stainless. Now, this Sprague, when you buy it here at eNurse, it comes with some attachments which can get a little bit confusing. So inside the package that you get it, you'll see a little pouch like this. If you can see that, I'll come a bit closer. There's all those things inside there. So this little one here is a key. That's to help you tighten and loosen components of the head. Then you have two clear diaphragms down here. I think you can see those. So that's if your diaphragm becomes damaged, which is very unlikely. In all my years of nursing, I don't think I ever had a diaphragm that got damaged or split or cracked or anything. But here is the main diaphragm, and this is what they call the bell, the pediatric diaphragm. So it's very simple, just screws off like so. And then that outer circle, that screws off as well. Easier said than done, of course. I think I tightened this up too much. So if that's the case, if you've got one that's like super, super tight, that's where this little key comes in, and you'll see there's a little space there for it, and voila, it'll loosen it right up. So as you can see, there's the diaphragm in there, and that just pops out like so. And you can grab your spare one, which is just clear. It doesn't have elitecare written on it, but will still work the same. So you have a plain clear one, pop that back in like so, and screw it back onto the base. And that feels nice and firm. Sometimes if it's a little bit loose, you might hear a bit of rattle from the diaphragm because the base isn't tight enough, but you can just get your key and just tighten it just that little bit more, and then it just goes straight back on. So back onto here, and all done. Simple change. Now, as I said, it's very unlikely that you'll ever have to change it. I've never come across that in all my years of nursing. So now there's two little black pieces here. This one, if I can get it round, is the bell. So that goes on this small side. So same concept, just unscrew that. Now a bell doesn't need a diaphragm because of the shape of a bell. If you can see there, see how it's a little bit concave? So that's the nature of a bell. So when you want to fit the bell on, there's two different sizes. There's an adult and a pediatric size. So once you've taken that smaller diaphragm off, like right to the base, then all you have to do is just screw that on. Oops, not doing a very good job at this. Maybe if I put one down, it might make it easier. There we are. And so that is your bell. So as I said, you don't need a diaphragm. You don't need this in there because this diaphragm is what absorbs the sound and transmits it through the tubes, whereas this one, you want that concave shape because that's what's drawing the sound up into that space. Now this is the pediatric one, and if you, oh sorry, it's the adult one, and if you need the pediatric one, you just swap it over because again, little bubs have got a much smaller chest area, so we want a smaller earpiece, or rather listening piece, so that we can have a nice condensed form of the sound coming through. Now, the only other thing that comes with it is these spare earpieces. Can you see them? So the ones that are already on here are the softest, and then there's a medium and a firm as well. So it just depends on what your ear is comfortable with. The key with any earpieces is that it fits nice and snug, and always remember that the earpieces are designed to be a little bit tilted like that. So see how they're tilting down? So that's always the way that you put them in, so that they're pointing forward, just because anatomically our ear canal goes this way. So we always want the earpieces facing forward. So I hope that helps a little bit about understanding what the Sprague is and all the little bits that come with it. So you get the spare diaphragm for the big one and a spare diaphragm for the little one. You also get 2 bells, an adult bell and a pediatric bell, and of course the key. So if you're like me and you're struggling away trying to get that outer ring off the diaphragm, much easier when you use that. Thanks.